A friend sent this image to me and asked me which one of these would you be. He said, I predict you're a lot like Blackbeard due to your consistently horrendous takes on One Piece. And I replied with a chuckle and said, well, you're close, but the one I'd be is the one most likely to fuck your mother. Hello everyone, it's officially One Piece Day in Croatia, and so we have to talk about this amazing series. FYI, that's a lie, I just made it up. Either way, we're talking about One Piece today and focusing on character types in the story, inspired by that same picture. Not my friend, because fuck him, that's why. But One Piece is one of the few series ever where favorite characters outside of the main character for most, well, not for me, because Luffy's not my favorite. That was unnecessary. But a lot of people like the guy, okay? But outside of Luffy, the variance is absurd. I've seen character favorites ranging from Frankie to Usopp to Doffy to Shanks to King Neptune. The Neptune one was a lie as well. The lie counter is getting ridiculous, but the point still sits. One Piece characters vary so very much, but have you ever stopped to think, what does your favorite character say about you? Depending on the people you like, does it say something about you? Whether you're a Marine, a pirate, or a revolutionary, in order to reach your goals at sea, you must have a strong mind along with a strong body. However, how can you attain those things without a strong diet? And look at our main character, Luffy. Not only is he a strong pirate, he is accompanied by one of the best chefs in the world, Sanji, and with today's sponsor, Factor, you can feel just like him. But Factor is a meal preparation service that offers chef-created meals that are fresh, never frozen, and designed by dietitians to ensure every meal is packed with premium science-backed nutritional quality. No more meal prep, no more dishes, no more unhealthy fast food. Factor offers the most convenient way to eat well while eating right. Factor's menus are updated weekly and include 27 plus meals and 34 plus add-on options. Choose your favorite meals or let us craft your order based on your taste preferences and meal history. They offer seafood, veggie, and meat options along with keto, calorie smart, chef's favorites, vegan, and vegetarian. I know personally, okay, I get tempted whenever I drive past Chick-fil-A, and knowing I have a hot and ready meal waiting for me that's also nutritional, it makes it so much easier to quench those needs. Fitness starts with food, and Factor makes it possible for you to achieve your daily goals through nutritious, purposeful eating. Ingredients with integrity and dietitian approved. So use my link or go to go.factor75.com and use code POG B.D.A. DEC60 for 60% off your first box. Well, this format describes types of One Piece characters, and for the most part, I believe these characters represent these types very well. But what do they mean? Are they significant? Do they matter? But we have a challenge today, and after I explain what each of these mean, which they are pretty straightforward, you're not idiots, well, most of you aren't, I'll walk you through it either way. You must complete this graph finding your own characters in One Piece. You cannot use the characters already shown, and the best character list posted gets a quick shout out in the video this week and a pinned comment. That's a lie as well. The like counter is at 3. Seriously though, you do get a quick shout out. But here we go. Let's start with the subscribe button. Oh my God, I keep getting you guys. Look down, make sure you're subscribed. You watch a few videos, you're liking the channel, go on and join the squad. I would certainly appreciate it, but seriously now. Lawful good. Lawful good by definition is when a character acts as a good person is expected and required to act, meaning opposing evil and fighting it relentlessly while also speaking out against injustice. In One Piece, these things are super skewed, as lawful describes the perspective in society and good describes their morals. But in One Piece, where technically the Marines are the law, or rather the world government, can you even combine the two in this scenario? Do we regularly deem the actions of the world government as good? So someone even flying the banner of these scoundrels, do we even value their perspective? Well, yes and yes, because in the face of evil, these lawful good characters will shine, and Kobe is the perfect example of that. But my nomination for this spot is Fujitora. From his introduction, it seems he has the betterment of the world as a priority. In the face of the injustices levied by the supposed law of this world, the world government, he has his anti-world government agenda, especially with his abolishment of the warlord system for the improvement of society, so that gets him a spot here. The other characters I thought of, maybe Smoker, Garp, but those people fall in other categories. Neutral good. These people can be viewed as the purest good or worst, as it isn't necessarily fueled by politics or outside agenda. They are governed and held by their own conscience. However, these characters can cooperate with lawful officials, but they never feel beholden to them. They have a respect for life and typically focus on personal responsibility. This refutes biases, and typically these characters are viewed highly for their stances and unbelievable honor. If there was a picture of this person in the One Piece database, it would be Whitebeard. However, my nomination for this character is Shanks. This might be a surprise to the Shanks' evil crowd, but boys, I think he's truly neutral good. He goes out of his way to help both sides by preventing pirates like Kaido from going to Marineford to warning the world government of possible dangers. He is the definition of neutral good, I believe. Chaotic Good. This character walks to the beat of their own drum and cares little for what others expect of him. He's obviously good and kind, but doesn't really care for laws or rules. He follows his own moral compass, which is objectively good, but can go against the laws of society. Perspective would largely skew how this character is perceived, but they are typically combined with a good heart and a free spirit. It feels like I just described Luffy, but Fisher Tiger is the man for the job. Society was strictly against him, and he scoffed at the laws of society, obviously, climbing the red line, freeing slaves, and even saving humans. He followed his own moral compass to his death. He is the embodiment, to me, of chaotic good. Lawful neutral. This may be true for most Marines, as this is the character that believes strongly in lawful concepts and appreciates order and rules, but they follow a personal code which takes stance between good and evil. However, this person believes in order and the government, and regardless of it being tyrannical or benevolent, they believe in doing things the right way, even if they question what they serve. Breaking the rules do not fly. Their word is their bond, and really, if ever, do they align with neutral evil. Magellan is perfect for this spot, but for some reason I prefer Smoker here. Not just some reason, but based on what Smoker has shown. Even in the face of BS, Smoker still shows resilience for breaking the rules. However, he is rigid and will still uphold the law and do things the right way. His alignment may have changed or be in the process of changing since we saw him after Dressrosa. He was proud and even ashamed he could not do what Fujitora did, who is lawful good. Smoker is my guy here. True neutral. These characters do what seems to be just a good idea to them and does not feel strongly about evil or good one way or the other. I mean, they typically think of good as better than evil, but doesn't go out of their way to uphold good or in an abstract or universal way. True neutral characters typically worry about their own well-being or the group which aids them. They treat friends well and enemies badly. Other than that, they really don't care. Mihawk is firmly implanted in my mind, but Law feels the same way. The world doesn't really matter, just those who can support him or aid him. Some may question this because of him saving Luffy when there was no reason to do so, but then we saw how that materialized in Punk Hazard. Could have been part of his master plan, but I got Law in true neutral. Chaotic neutral. This character is much like the true neutral, following what they deem a good or bad idea, but in the midst of this, they like to challenge certain establishments for the sake of their own freedom. They do not care for order or harmony, not even liberation of others. They believe that there is no order to anything, and they truly decide things on a whim. They're all about self-gratification and will do anything they find enjoyable or amusing. Even kill. This screams kid, but it feels like Kaido as well. Not really aligned with the ideals of either side, but just about his own wishes. Whatever propelled him to attack Marineford and even retreat is decided on a whim. Even aligning with Big Mom, it was about self-gratification. Kaido really fits here. These characters, they seek to exploit under the guise of the system. They do what they want within the limit of the laws of society, ever so often towing that line. They care about loyalty, order, and freedom, but not about dignity or life. They condemn others not based on actions, but social groups or ranks or even homelands. They also generally do not feel remorse for their actions. All I see is Akainu and only Akainu, but there's another who fits here. Enel. Yes, this isn't a standard view as Enel creates the rules for the people to be governed by, including his priests, but if you weren't a god, i.e. him, you could be punished. He towed the line because he created it. He is the embodiment of lawful evil in a nutshell. Neutral evil. These characters do whatever they can get away with. They care about themselves. There's no love for order or establishments. They have no real objection to working with others as long as they're getting ahead. Power, glory, wealth, anything that would make their life easier is the goal. This does feel like Rob Lucci using the system for his own desires, but boy, I feel like Hody Jones takes it here. No regard for his people, his fishmen, his country. He was truly corrupted. Even Arlong followed some semblance of the rules through his partnership with Nezumi. Hody Jones is truly neutral for me, especially based on what I think Oda was attempting to portray through society, carefully crafting this menace. Yeah, I got Hody here. Chaotic evil. Just evil. No regard for anyone other than themselves and no morals whatsoever. No redeeming qualities and just straight up devious. They are driven by greed, hatred, and a lust for destruction. They are violent, unpredictable, and simply out for whatever they can get. They're called demons for their deeds and they represent destruction, but not only of beauty and life, but also of the order on which life and beauty depend. They are truly devious. Doflamingo is this one for me, pretty easily other than Blackbeard. There were thoughts of shifting Dofi and Hody as Dofi at least has some redeeming qualities, but this heavenly demon thrives in chaos. So there you have it. Those are my alignments. These are based mostly off Dungeons and Dragons, with the explanations being as simple as possible. But what are your thoughts? Which were the characters that you picked? Did we align or did they differ? Also, what does your favorite characters say about you? Which type of character do you like the most? Put it all in the comment section. Let's have a discussion. This is always a fun way to get to know oneself through a bird's eye view through other means. Even with this, I realize I'm more toward neutral to evil characters. I enjoy good characters as well, but those other guys, they keep things interesting. This reminds me of a conversation I had about perception versus reality. I'll put it right here.